Hey there. I'm curious if you've ever heard of your hormones being described as a symphony. It's something that I've heard a lot of other health professionals in this holistic field refer to hormones as a symphony, right? And it makes a lot of sense because our hormones need to be able to play well together and stay in balance and in tune with one another. But I want to know if you've ever thought about who is the conductor of this hormone of our symphonies. I want to look at this a little bit closer today. I'm Michelle. I'm a functional nutrition counselor and a clinical herbalist. And I want to explore more about this idea of how we can use nervous system regulation to address the choppy waters of anxiety and depression and overwhelm that many women feel in their bodies because they're out of tune and out of balance, just like a symphony. And again, the nervous system is really that conductor who is behind all of our body's responses, including our hormones, our neurotransmitters, and so many other things that can control our experience of anxiety or an overwhelm. So often we can feel like anxiety is just in our head and we need to snap out of it. But our bodies respond to stress with a symphony of reactions. And just like a conductor can speed up the tempo of the orchestra and turn things into an exciting melody, or it can really bring things down and bring in a calm, relaxing melody and sound. That is what the nervous system is doing. It's just like that conductor of the symphony. And when the nervous system is primed for a state of stress or overwhelm, it will send signals to the body to play out that tune with the natural rhythm of either calm or peace or overwhelm and anxiety. So, how do we get a hold of our conductor and bring things back into a place of rest, relaxation, and control in our mood and our emotions and in our thoughts? Well, think about if you've ever felt your heart race before you had to maybe go into an important meeting or give a speech. That was your sympathetic nervous system gearing up, preparing you for that fight or flight and ready to take action. And sometimes we can really get stuck in this place of high alert due to chronic stress and even things like trauma responses. And these can even be driven by things like nutrient imbalances, neurotransmitter imbalances. And so we want to help this conductor, our nervous system, learn how to guide our nervous system towards more harmony and balance. So, to understand our mood, we can look at the wisdom of something called the polyvagal theory. Imagine your nervous system as a teeter totter. When it's in balance, we can stay in a place of feeling alert, social, connected. But when we're in that fight or flight mode, those stress hormones go up and we feel anxious, we feel irritable, we're unable to relax. What happens when life becomes too much? We feel overwhelmed. We can't maintain our ability to take fight or take action. And we hit the freeze response. And that is really what that polyvagal theory is all about. So, by introducing you to nervous system regulation, I want to invite you to bring this balance back into your life to move out of the state of freeze and overwhelm and fear into one of more connection and calm. Now, before we take a deep dive, let's pause for a second. I want you to just notice what you're feeling in your body right now. I'm putting a hand on my belly and another on my chest and just noticing what I'm feeling in my body. You might take a breath or feel your feet on the ground. You're here with me now, and together we're moving on this path toward healing. But when we're stuck in a state of overwhelm or freeze, or we find that we are easily stressed, again, that's that sign of imbalance, right? Our orchestra is out of tune, it's out of balance. So, the next step I want to take is to address balancing neurotransmitters, which are those feel good chemical messengers in the brain that whisper to the brain about how it should feel. I find that by assessing and supporting neurotransmitter function, we can actually help to move the body back into tune and stop setting off these alarms of anxiety that are going off in our head. So I look at neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, and GABA, which when those are out of balance, when they're too low or sometimes too high, we can experience these dysregulated mood and emotions that can feel really overwhelming. And I want to share more how to do this effectively in the next video. But for now, just know that this step is about fine-tuning your internal communication to support a more peaceful inner world. The next step I like to take is about identifying and addressing key nutrient imbalances that have a crucial impact on the ability of your nervous system to maintain balance. It's kind of like a plant that has to have the right soil to thrive, and so do our nervous systems. They actually need the right nutrients to function harmoniously. And together, we'll explore how to optimize your nutrient intake. And this can really bring more energy and vitality and focus back into your day, as well as really shift your mood. In fact, I find that when I'm helping women with low mood symptoms like anxiety, depression, overwhelm, there are often these internal disruptions and nutrient imbalances, biochemical imbalances that are playing a role. So, what can you do right now? Let's start with a small, powerful action. I want, again, you to just start noticing the state of your nervous system throughout the day, just like we did a moment ago. Just pause and check in with yourself throughout your day. Maybe take a breath. Notice where in your body you might feel tension or relaxation, and then put your hand there if that feels supportive. Just notice when you might feel like you're in that state of anxiety or fight or flight, and remind yourself that this is just a state of your nervous system. It's not who you are. And then I recommend working with simple tools that can help you experience your body more fully. So this can include something like heat or weight, a weighted blanket or a weighted wrap that you can warm up and put on your neck or your back or your belly can be really relaxing and grounding to your nervous system. I also find water to be really regulating to the nervous system. So for many people, a warm bath or a hot shower can be another way to really just reset and relax the nervous system. You can even try a foot bath if you don't want to, jump in a tub or a shower and get wet. Just stick your feet in a warm tub of water, maybe pour some Epsom salts in there and just relax for 10 to 15 minutes. As you bring these tools in, remember to notice in your body where you feel tension. And perhaps as you use these tools, you'll notice that tension lessen a little bit. And again, be sure to tune in to where you notice that. So this is just the beginning. In our next video, I want to dive deeper into each of these steps, providing you with some tools to transform your body's response to stress and overwhelm. So make sure you watch the next video, and I'm going to break down these steps for you even further into actionable strategies. We're going to bring in that balance, that serenity that you're wanting in your life. So take a moment to subscribe, hit the notification bell. I don't want you to miss out on anything so that we can together rewrite the symphony of your nervous system in your life and bring in balance and maybe a melody of inner peace and strength that we're all wanting. I'll see you in the next video.